Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Hey, you know what they say, there's no such thing as a stupid question, and I actually kind of agree with that, but there are weird questions. There are questions that you can't just answer yes or no or give a definitive answer for various reasons, and those are the questions I want to look at today, and these have all been submitted to me by viewers. And so maybe you might have a similar question, and I'll try to answer it the best I can. But there's sometimes there's just a lot of ins and outs to these questions, so that I cannot give a definitive answer. And as a reminder, we love our supporters. You guys are the ones that help keep the channel going. We could really use your help, and if you want to support the channel, if you want to help us out, if you want to be part of the gang. There are links down below for PayPal and Ko-fi.com. You can donate there. Also, you can go ahead and purchase one or two or all of my books. The ones you see on the screen there. Those are also, there's also a link down below for those as well. Every little bit helps, and we truly do appreciate it. And thank you. So when it comes to questions, before I left to come here, I had, about 1,100,500,000 questions. And you can't answer every question you have about a different country before going there and experiencing some things, of course. But I got a lot of answers from a lot of very nice people. And I try to do the same for you guys. If somebody has a question and I can answer it, I will certainly do that if I can. But there are some questions that just don't fit into a nice little neat yes or no or standard answer, I guess you can say. And those are the ones I want to focus on. And the first one, as you saw in the thumbnail, I get asked this all the time because, of course, I live in Southeast Asia, which is where Cambodia is. And people talk about eating dogs and cats. And one question I get, and sometimes seriously, not in the form of a joke, is have you ever eaten dog meat, or have you ever eaten cat meat? And usually I answered no, I have not. But I think the more honest answer would be I have not eaten dog or cat meat intentionally. But I guess the biggest or the most honest answer would be I don't know. Simply because of the fact that it used to be a thing here. It used to be a kind of a, maybe not a big deal here, but there were several restaurants that would openly advertise dog meat. And that's been outlawed now for a couple of years at least. And whenever one pops up trying to get under the radar, it usually gets raided and shut down. At least that's what they're trying to do. Cambodia has already declared that the dog meat trade is illegal. It's not part of their culture. It's not, don't be fooled by that. And they try to shut them down when they pop up. But the dog meat trade in Cambodia is illegal right now. But I have eaten at places, out of the way places without a just kind of a tent and a tarp with some tables and rows of different dishes. And I've eaten those, and I got to say, I couldn't identify specifically what kind of meat was in there. Like, it didn't taste like pork, chicken, or beef. So could it have been some way dog or cat meat? Maybe. So the most honest answer is I don't know, but I have not done so intentionally. I've never gone to a restaurant with the intention of saying they're serving dog meat and that's what I'm going to order, or cat meat or anything like that. But I've learned since I've been here, I don't ask too many questions about the food. If it looks good and it smells good, I usually eat it. Even when I know what kind of protein I'm getting, what kind of meat is in there, there's a lot of ingredients here that I've never experienced before. They can only tell me the name in their local language, and I don't have the English translation for it. So there's a lot of things I eat here where I'm not sure specifically what the ingredients are. All I know is that it smelled good, it tasted great, and I'll go ahead and eat it. So yeah, when people ask me that, I'm like, not intentionally. That's my answer. I've never eaten dog or cat meat intentionally, but I can't say for sure that I have not unintentionally, because there's just some things I've eaten that I just couldn't identify, if that makes sense. And this question, this is the verbatim question. What about bar girls? Like, nothing specific. And so what about them? I'm not sure what this person was trying to ask about them. Do they exist? Yes. Are they all prostitutes? No. Can you date them? I guess. I don't know that much about it, but that seems to be a thing on people's mind every so often. Oh, what about the bar girls over there? Hey, yeah. And but just asking in a video unrelated to anything having to do with that, and the comment was simply, "What about the bar girls?" And I can't answer that because I don't know what you want to know about them. I'm not sure what the context was, you know. But yeah, you know, Cambodia has their. Cambodia is not like other countries around here that has like a red light district or anything. But there are girls that hang out at the bars, and some of them are prostitutes. Some of them are not. What can I say? So it's the way they make their living. I'm not judging them for it. I don't care what other people do with their own bodies or anything like that. But as far as your question goes, I don't know what you meant by them. What about them? E equals MC squared would be my answer, because that would be confusing, just as confused as I was when I read the question. I don't know about that. So that was kind of a a weird question. And another one I get a lot is, can I live in Cambodia for X amount of dollars per month? That one's simply hard to answer because that's an individual thing. There's no one set answer for how much you have to have an income to live here. It all depends on the lifestyle that best suits you. And I've said this several times, I'll reiterate it here. Cambodia lends itself to all different kinds of lifestyles, from the least expensive all the way up to the most. So if you're, if somebody asks me, can I live on $800 a month in Cambodia? For me, if you're asking if I could definitely, and I'd have money left over every month. For me, that would be like being a rich man, But for you, maybe not. Maybe you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, or you have medical issues that would require you to eat certain kinds of food. You couldn't eat some of the local foods here due to digestive issues or stomach issues or something like that. Do you prefer Western food? Do you like to go out to eat a lot? Do you want to go out and have a party every night? Do you want to live in a big, fancy, swanky apartment? There's so many things to consider in that question that I honestly cannot answer for you if you could live here on so many dollars per month, if that makes sense. Now, I could tell you if I could, and most of the time it's yes, I could. but that's me. That's certainly not going to be for everybody. So that's one of those questions that is really more of an individual answer. You'll have to come over here and figure that out for yourself, if that's going to be possible based on your lifestyle. Another question I get, this one was, it seems like there's a definitive answer, but anyway, the question was, I want to come over there on a retirement visa, but I still want to work. So can I do that? Now, no. If you're on a retirement extension, they don't have a retirement visa. It's an e-visa with a retirement extension. And if you're on that, you're not allowed to receive any income inside Cambodia through any kind of employment or work. But if you mean like a side hustle where you're receiving money from people outside of the country of Cambodia, then yes, you are allowed to do that, and you're allowed to volunteer if you're on a retirement extension. But you cannot work or have a job, like you can't get your retirement visa extension and then get a job teaching at a school here, because that's illegal. So if you meant, could you still have like an online side hustle where you're getting money back from your home country or other countries while you're on a retirement extension? The answer is yes. But can you work inside of Cambodia, receive money from Cambodians while you're on a retirement extension? The answer is no. So I'm not sure which one you meant there. But yeah, that would be the answer. And then, and this one gets asked quite frequently too, especially when it comes to things like food. What's the best blah 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 place? Like, what's the best barbecue place? What's the best Mexican place? What's the best pizza? What's the best burger? Who has the best things in Siem Reap? And again, that goes right back to the can I live in Cambodia for this much a month? That's so much depends on your taste and what you prefer and everything like that. I know when that question gets asked online, some of the same places keep popping up. People will recommend certain places way more than others. When it comes to locals, like what's the best burger, you always hear Jungle Burger, or you always hear Joe's, or something like that. But it's certainly not everybody's favorite. And there is the appropriate price tag with those places, even though they are extremely, extremely tasty and good. And you're getting a huge portion for that price tag. So that's something you'll have to come here and experiment with. Like I find, places that I didn't even know existed. The other night, well, actually, it was more than a week ago now, but I ordered from Food Panda. I found a place I never heard of called SK Burger 2. SK Burger 2 on Food Panda, and I couldn't believe the bargain. And I was like, surely this is going to be like, something's got to be wrong here, because I got a chicken burger, a beef hamburger, a Fanta soda, a can of orange Fanta soda that came with it, and an order of fries delivered with a tip to the driver. And for all of that, it was $3.89, which is just an incredible bargain, in my opinion. And I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was not disappointed. Let me tell you that. The fries were about the same portion you get at other places, charging you, $1.50 or $2. They were hot, they were fresh. The chicken burger was good. Nothing to brag about, nothing to call home about, but it was good. It had all the adequate toppings and the bun and the chicken patty in there. But the hamburger, that exceeded my expectations. It was big, it was huge. When you opened it up, like you could see the burger hanging over the edge of the bun, because it was a huge piece of beef in there. And it had all the, tomatoes and onions and lettuce and sauce, and oh man, and it was delicious, and it was absolutely awesome. And I couldn't believe I got all that food, including the drink, for less than $4. That's counting the delivery and counting a tip to the driver. So less than $4 for all that. I thought that was a really, really good deal. But generally, but would I say it was the best burger? No, it's a very, very good burger, but best? That would depend on your taste. Again, so when people ask, what's the best blah, blah, blah place, I don't know. There are so many of everything here that it's one of those things you'd have to come over and try and check out for yourself. That's really all I can say. But there's a lot of great places here. And don't be afraid to go out of your way and find those hidden little places that not a lot of people know about, because sometimes you find a really good value for your money there. All right, so that'll do it for this one. As I said, be sure to check out all my links down below. I have links for PayPal and Ko-fi and all the other channels I like that are vlogging from this part of the world. A lot of great content down there. Be sure to check all them out. And from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.